Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka after I went and I just saw Firestarter. You're probably wondering, why am I in the car filming this review? Because I feel like it. That's why I haven't gotten my driver's license. Yes, I know. I'm 21 years old and I haven't gotten my driver's license yet. I am working on it though, so yeah. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this movie. Now, Firestarter is a remake to the 1984 film Firestarter, which is a Stephen King adaptation of a popular-ish novel. I'm not sure. When people think of Stephen King, they don't really talk about Firestarter, at least from my perspective. But if you don't know the story, it follows a young girl named Charlie who has fire powers, and her parents have been trying to keep it a secret from, people at school and stuff. But when they find out, they're trying to track her down. Not just her, but also her father, because apparently it goes from being trying to keep this a secret story to a fugitive story to a sci-fi story, because it kind of feels like a sci-fi movie a bit. But I was actually looking forward to this movie. I never actually watched the original version. I haven't heard the best of things about it. It was actually common for me to have seen remakes before original films back then, but I stopped doing that. Well, not really, because I watched this before I watched the original movie. I haven't heard, like I mentioned before, the best reviews, but I'm sure it had much better effects, because the effects in here, let me just start by saying this movie, it really could have been a lot better, okay? There are times when I was a little intrigued a bit of what was going on screen. I mean, this movie, it could have been surprising, but to me, it was just a mess. I mean, I will say the movie didn't bore me to tears like Morbius did, because I did not find a single thing interesting about this movie. This movie really does try to be interesting. Zac Efron is the main male role, and he does try his best, but the writing in here, it was just kind of awkward at some parts. And this movie is rated R for violent content, but it honestly should be rated R for language as well, because they have like 4 F bombs total in the movie, plus uses of shit and stuff like that. I don't know why some language wasn't put, but that's not really a negative I have. I just find that very weird. And there are stuff that I thought would lead to, what was going to happen with the story, because there are going to be some spoilers in here, because there's like this part where Zac Efron and Charlie are trying to go to a specific area, and they try to get this old guy to take them to that specific area. But okay, so her and her parents have weird powers too. She has the power of fire, while her parents have the, I guess, power to, I don't know. Her mother has like a power to, I don't know. I didn't fully get her power. I mean, Zac Efron's power, I mean, his eyes bleed and he cracks his neck. I found that honestly kind of funny sometimes, because I don't know. The movie, it wasn't scary to me. It just didn't feel scary at all. I mean, he hypnotizes people and telling him what to do. Okay, so he gives this old man $100 bill to get them to the specific area, but if you notice really closely, when it cuts to a specific scene, the $100 bill turns into a $1 bill, then goes back to a $100 bill. Okay, so is he trying to mess with his mind or something? Like, oh, this is a $100 bill. Oh no, I'm gonna give you a $100 bill. Psych, it's a $1 bill. I thought that was, but apparently, I don't know. It was either like, I don't know. It's not really that funny, because it's an error. If you look really closely, you can definitely see it. Also, with the old guy, I thought, something happens to him, and I don't think he specifically died, but we never know what happened to him. But it tries having us connecting with these other characters. Like during the opening credits, there's like, uh, I don't know how to, like, an interview with this psychotic guy or something, who has kind of a big part to the story, but kind of comes off as eh. I mean, I don't know who we were supposed to root for. I mean, I know it's the girl who's supposed to be like the main hero, but The movie kind of reminded me a bit of Carrie, another Stephen King adaptation, which is far more popular. But I just I actually wanted this to be a great remake, a very surprising remake. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like the Pet Cemetery remake, but I really enjoyed that remake just a little bit more than the original. But I mean, the movie did seem like it was trying, but sometimes it felt like it was, but sometimes it felt like it didn't. It was just, it kind of messed with my mind, and I didn't really like it. It was actually really giving me a headache. I'm not even lying when I had a headache throughout its hour and 30-minute runtime, which I will say is fair. It's not incredibly long, and like I said before, it does try its best to get interesting, but I don't know. I mean, hey, they were trying to give good performances, but they should have gotten better writers. But I will say, easily the best part of this entire movie is the score. John Carpenter did the score with, I think, like another relative of his. I'm not sure if it was like his brother or his son or something. I mean, John Carpenter could have had kids, but I don't know. But all I know is that John Carpenter did the score, and he did a really good job with the score. I'm not sure if it would be like the same score that was in the original film, because it does feel like 80s a bit. But honestly, that was easily the best part. I mean, the movie, in the end, guys, I didn't really care for it. It tries too hard to have a good story. It tries too hard for you to connect with the characters. It tries too hard to combine different genres together with sci-fi and fugitive crime and stuff like that. It was an absolute mess. And the special effects too, when it comes to like the fire, like the girl just shoots the fire out, I mean, it just felt pretty lazy. Also, a cat dies, and that's a no-no for me. I know, that's hypocritical, because there are a lot of great movies out there that have cats dying in them, but hey, I expected a cat to die in Pet Cemetery. And hell, The Shape of Water had a cat die, but at least there were more cats in that movie that didn't die. But the way the cat dies, I'm just like, I almost wanted to leave after seeing that, because, yeah, I do not like seeing that. But that's not really a negative. That was just something that. But in the end, guys, I don't really know what to say. It's probably. Most people probably aren't going to see it. You're probably just going to see Doctor Strange instead. That's probably the best way I'm going to say for the movie. Look, needless to say, it wasn't good. Okay? That's all. I actually didn't want to make this video longer than 7 minutes, but I did. But yeah. Oh yeah, I should point out one more thing. The ending. With all that happened, like, what was the point of what just happened during the last act? And the last act was sort of entertaining, I will say that, until the movie closes. Like, I'm not sure if all this happened in the original movie too, but I'm sure it was handled better. I mean, it's an 80s film. I'm sure the effects were better, but I don't know. I just heard mixed things about that movie. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.